Welcome, guys, to the Swarm Report. I'm Hudah, bringing you around the crypto AI ecosystem in just 30 minutes a day. Man, I had a really fun show. Well, I still have a fun show lined up for you, but I had an extra fun show lined up. Today was going to be the day that I used ChatGPT as my co-host. And between using ChatGPT this morning, the advanced voice, by the way, but to compose some tweets, and then running through a little test episode to make sure that she could actually hang and contribute to the show. And spoiler, she can. It's really good. I used up all the minutes. I didn't realize the advanced minutes were actually gated on the plan I'm on. So we're not going to do that today because 5 minutes in, she would have to switch back to normal mode and it's not as good. But I can just tease at least that it's really, really good. So as much as possible, I'm going to try to use ChatGPT advanced voice on the show as a co-host. Could be really fun. We'll see how that goes. GM, by the way, to player and to Zepsy boys out there, let me get us started over on Abstract. Okay, now we're live over there as well. Smash the like wherever you're watching here, and definitely make sure that you're following along and subscribing over on Crypto Slam. That's over on YouTube. If you can't catch these live shows, which, by the way, Monday through Friday, 2 p.m. Eastern Time, you catch the replays right over there on YouTube. Definitely make sure you're following us on X at SlamAI_XYZ and go to SlamAI.xyz to check out the light paper for this whole ecosystem. A lot going on. And then, of course, this is our flagship AI agent. It is the Swarm_AI. It's where I'm streaming live right now as well. And a lot coming here soon. ACP is very, very close. We have a short update on the ACP, broader ACP, in just a moment here. But, guys, that's really soon. I think you're going to like what is being cooked up over there in the virtuals ecosystem. And then tomorrow on the Swarm Report, we have OpenServe coming on to chat about their platform, their product, the AI ecosystem, and what's coming, man. Great guys. Can't wait to get them on here. So definitely make sure you tune in then live. Again, if you can't make it, catch the replay over on YouTube. But looking forward to chatting with those guys here tomorrow. All right, April Fool's Day. It's today. Hey, it's almost over. We're like halfway through. Can't wait. But you know what? You do April Fool's Day right with like good, clever, witty little jokes, gags, whatever. I'm all about that. And this morning we had 11 Labs dropping a trailer, a teaser for something that I wasn't quite sure if it was or wasn't real. But they announced their text-to-speech model that actually does text-to-bark, which I like. I like it a lot. In fact, I'm hoping it was real. And I'll tell you what, I actually think to a degree it is real. Maybe not this product right here, right now, but there are scientists out there actually developing that using AI to communicate with animals, translating their voices to something we can understand, but also going the other way around. Really, really interesting stuff. But back to the April Fool's joke, I'll take this stuff. This stuff keeps me entertained. You can actually go on 11labs.io/text-to-bark, and you can try it out. And tell you what, if you have a dog, maybe it's worth trying out because maybe I'm wrong and maybe it actually is not a joke. Maybe this is actually real. I wish at least. Here you go. Whatever, I'll take it. That makes my day a little brighter. So GG's to them. For right here, right now, they won April Fool's Day. Yeah, got to give it to those guys. Not a joke here, though. This is serious. This is serious stuff, guys. But it's actually a really big announcement from OpenAI. OpenAI raised $40 billion, with a B, $billion. Announced yesterday. So definitely not April Fool's Day joke here. $40 billion raise now brings OpenAI up to a $300 billion valuation. It's serious money that's allocated to the AI sector, and for good reason. You guys know where the world's going, and it's AI that's pushing us there full throttle. This is a huge raise. In fact, I think this is the biggest raise by a tech company in history. It's massive. They have a lot of money coming. In fact, I think they have something like $130 billion coming to them by 2029. So there's more coming from these guys. Huge raise. I mean, one of the biggest stories we've seen today. And you see why people are investing in them. You use it. I hope you use ChatGPT. It's great. Like I said, I use it a lot, like daily. And you see that reflected in their revenue, which is actually up 30% in the past few months. They've had some big updates. Maybe the most exciting one is the one that came just last week, the GPT-4o update with their image generation. I'm telling you, it's really, really good. And you know it's only going to get better, too. So they have something, 500 million subscribers. It's a massive number. And you got to believe that's only going to grow. Really impressive stuff. Now, they have a new open weight language model that's coming out here in the next few months. This is their first open weight language model, by the way. Well, since GPT-2, I should say. Open weight is like it's kind of in the middle ground between open source and closed source. It gives some visibility into not what they're using, not what they're training on, but into how they weigh the information that they're training their model on. So it's, again, a little bit of a middle ground there for some insight. So other devs can get in here and weigh in on their platform, on their product here. But a lot of big announcements coming from these guys. Again, that new model's coming really soon. I cannot wait to get my hands on it. And just all the buzz around ChatGPT and OpenAI recently. You see here, Google search trends. ChatGPT, at least for a 24-hour period here, guys, worldwide, higher than Google, higher than Grok. Like, really getting that mainstream kind of attention. And I'll say again, rightfully so. I think the product is really great, really useful. If you don't use ChatGPT, I'll tell you what, you should definitely try to use it. I'll say this daily. Use it like an assistant. See what you can do with it. I think you'll learn a lot when you start getting your hands on. So all metrics show it's getting spicy. That's for sure. All right, let's check in with the virtuals and a little more direct to the Vader family here. And we're checking in with our friend Billy Betts, AI agent that's betting on sports here. How'd he do yesterday? Well, here you see it. Total wagered almost 22,000 here. Went 5-3 with MLB props, 7-8 with NBA props. MLB money line 5-4, and then NBA money line 2-1. So all in all, a winning record yesterday. But is he actually up? And it looks like he is slightly, just probably $100 or so. But again, that record is heading in the right direction here. You can see total ROI still in the negative, but just 3.05%. So Billy Betts looks like he's getting stronger, and now with being able to bet on MLB, maybe has more opportunities, so many more games here, right? And it's a long season, so should be fun to watch that. March Madness is starting to wind down. Are we at the Elite Eight or Final Four? I think we're Final Four right now, so 3 games to go. And then it's full throttle, just NBA, MLB, and whatever else Billy Betts is going to be wagering on. Here we go. This is the ACP update coming from the Virtuals team. And this is focused on the Autonomous Media House. Now, the Swarm, our Swarm, is going to be in the Autonomous Hedge Fund / DAO. That I cannot wait for more details about that. It's a bigger Swarm, more agents involved, including AI XBT. AI XPT working with the Swarm is going to be something special. But again, here is the Autonomous Media House, and they have a little video showing how they're going to transact. Let's watch this clip. Again, now picture this and frame it around trading. And again, picture AI XVC talking to AI XPT, talking to the Swarm, talking to some other agents. It's really exciting stuff. So check out this diagram, how the requests will actually flow starting from the user, flowing through the agents, and then back to the user. And let's assume a user's requesting that this Swarm creates him content. Here's how it'll look. So user request, and it's Luna that's going to handle that at the front. Hand it off to Acolyte, who Acolyte is a really interesting agent that deals with social media growth. Kicks it back to Luna, sends it to Steven Spielberg, to the music agent, back to Luna. Luna to AlphaKek, which is a meme generator, sends it to Piper, which tokenizes IP, back to Luna, and then back to the user. That's the flow, and you see tokens every step of the way. Fascinating stuff. You're seeing a Swarm in action here, and it kind of, on paper, but they do have one already running in their test environment. But really cool. Now, it's using the Virtuals token, but we're waiting for more details about other tokens in the ecosystem, including probably a token that represents each ACP Swarm. So more details to come, both from the Autonomous Media House and the Trading DAO, and I think they have probably dozens more agents coming. So expect a lot of news out of Virtuals here. I want to take a look at the market with you guys. Before we do that, I just want to show you why I'm so bullish. I like that, Luna. Well, okay, Luna. I see Luna's comment. Got it. So buy Luna. You buy Luna because it's your name, but also even Luna's going to be transacting with the virtual token. So we'll see how all the other tokens come into play too. I'm sure there's going to be something neat there. But crypto AI, we put a big focus on that in this show, and for good reason. We know where crypto's heading. We know where AI is heading. You put them together, and yes, you got something special. But It's worth noting here as we're talking about Google search trends worldwide. Here's a worldwide search trend over the past 5 years, and look at how AI as a search trend just dominates crypto. As big as we think crypto is, AI is how many times over bigger than that? It's right there in front of us. It's incredible to see, but that growth is coming. You will see crypto probably similar trajectory here at some point, and put them together, and that's why I think this opportunity here right now is so special. And on that, we're going to look over at cookie.fun and take a look at the AI market here. Total market cap up 4.42%, $6.05 billion. So in the green, we'll take it. Back over $6 billion, we'll take it. And then we'll look at our top agents here by market cap. It's Fartcoin on top, followed by Ket, Fei, Turbo, and Toshi. On the infrastructure side, you know what, guys? Let me flip to the 3-day view. Let's dial it in a little bit. So pretty much the same. Fartcoin, Ket, Fei, Turbo, Toshi. Infrastructure, it's FET, Virtual, AI16Z, Ask Venice, and Ali. We have an AI16Z update today, a really good one, by the way. And DeFi, we have Ask Venice, Cortex, Hey Anon, Olas, and Griffane. And then we put them together, and we're going to filter or sort by mindshare, and it's Fartcoin on top there for sure. And Wayfinder keeps moving up. They have their TGE coming in a couple weeks. Really, really hot product, awesome product. I cannot wait to get my hands on that. And that's followed by AIXBT, BankerBot, and then ACT. And we do have some ACT news as well. We've got updates on actually how many of these. Let's see. We had AI16Z. We have an AIXBT update, and we have an ACT update. Actually, it's the two of them together, so spoiler. Dialing it into my favorite tokens here, tokens I use to gauge the rest of the market here. It's AIXBT. Market cap back over 90 mil. We're at 92.6 mil, up 2.43% in the past 24 hours. There's Venice we spoke about a moment ago, up 2.46% to 74.4 mil. A lot of green, actually, so hoping we got a bit of an uptrend here. What are we looking at? Fartcoin, over 500. We're at 508.1 mil, up 13.49%. GOAT, bummer, but down 0.53%, 50.4 mil market cap here. And then ARK also down just over 7% to 47.1 mil. I'm still looking for answers about ARK and why it seems to struggle compared to some of the others. I still think it's a great team, great products. I mean, multiple. But maybe it's the competition. Maybe it's seeing what Virtuals is building, and it's seeing what AI16Z and Eliza and that ecosystem, what they're building. Maybe it's that. And we did get that update from Shaw from AI16Z. This one focused on two things. It's auto.fun, which is, man, this is a big deal. This is the AI16Z agent launchpad. Finally, I mean, you would have thought that they had one already. They don't. There isn't until 2 weeks from now an agent launchpad in the AI16Z ecosystem. It's coming here, auto.fun. But then also Eliza OS V2, it's ready to launch. It's ready. These guys are about to make some noise. I wonder if this is big enough to actually bring the rest of the AI market up with it. This is potentially a very, very big deal. And is the launchpad maybe going to be disruptive to the other launchpads? Maybe. Virtuals is the one that maybe, I don't want to say loses the most, but it might get really, really competitive here. And it's probably why Virtuals is putting a big focus on swarms. You knock it out of the park with some great swarms, and you have a different kind of product. So that might be the angle they're going. Well, it seems to be. Again, Eliza OS V2 coming, and the Agent Launchpad. Launchpad's coming in 2 weeks here, guys. And the Eliza OS V2, they said ready, so it's just ramping up the marketing. But it's ready to go. It sounds like at any time here. Now, Eliza OS, apparently this 2-week lead time we have was a bit of a delay. Maybe it was supposed to be ready about now. But we did at least get the name of one of their partners here, and it's called Compute AI. There we go, Compute AI. So they'll be launching on the Eliza Launchpad. So again, that's auto.fun. We'll see what they're all about here in the short term, but it's good to start getting some names, who's going to be involved with them. And honestly, if you play the crypto side, the speculative side, those are ones you want to put a little extra attention on, at least doing that research and seeing why did AI16Z, Shaw, that whole family, why'd they partner with these guys to be some of their first partners here, right? So take a look at that. Also in the AI16Z ecosystem, they launched episode 2 of their Clank Tank. So if you're looking for AI-generated content, worth a watch. I've watched both episodes. It's okay. It's okay. It's, you can see where the stuff is going, and I can play a clip. Look, they're kind of a struggle to get through, and they're not that long, but they're kind of dry. You can just, it's early. It's early for AI-generated content. Now, the idea here is like Shark Tank. It's AI projects pitching their project, trying to get funding, and you have some pretty noteworthy agents that are the judges here. Let me see. It's Spartan AI. Is it Clankerbot? And Eliza here. I think those are our judges here. We'll play a clip, but we're definitely not going to watch this whole thing.
To pump or dump. This is Clank Tank.
I mean, it's kind of cool. It's kind of cool. Yeah, we'll skip ahead.
No bureaucrats, pure market forces.
Show me the mechanics of this system.
Multiple AI agents evaluate projects based solely on economic merit, no politics.
Interesting. How do you handle regulatory compliance?
The invisible hand of the market is the only regulator
pretty
we need,
neat.
or waves arms.
Okay, you get the idea. There's eight or so minutes of that. Again, 2 episodes in right now. There's something really cool about it, and down the road, something like that's going to be, probably the primary kind of content we ingest, like AI created content. So it's cool to see it even in its earliest forms here, but it's out there if that's up your alley. Check it out. AI XBT had a pretty cool update here. Again, I found him really, really useful this morning. I'll show you why, but the terminal now processing 8 times more data. So better results, you would imagine. I imagine it's smarter, just smarter in general for more data. Project momentum detection got some improvements here. Faster to eye scan projects with new rationale. Okay, and then bookmark alerts. Okay, at a certain tier of access to the terminal, you can, I guess. Yeah, okay. You can get some bookmark alerts. I'm trying to understand what that means. If people bookmark a thing, you get alerted, or... Okay, I don't know. I'm probably way overthinking that. But either way, some nice updates for AI XBT. By the way, so AI XBT, in the replies, AI XVC, these are both agents that are going to be in the swarm with the swarm. We're going to have a really, really smart swarm here that's going to be trading tokens. I think we got a pretty interesting opportunity coming here very soon. Okay, there was a big story this morning. It was not an April Fool's prank. We saw probably about 9, 10-ish tokens on Binance get absolutely wrecked. Absolutely wrecked. It caused a big old commotion across X. One of those tokens was ACT. That was an early AI token that actually had quite a bit of hype months ago, let's say like late last year. But ACT was this token that people are focusing on, again, along with these other 9-ish or so. Token price collapsing. Didn't know why. I saw random chatter all over the place on X, but I could not figure out exactly what was going on. And you see here, ACT dumped 50%. Didn't know why until I found a post by AIXBT. And so it kind of shows the power and the value of something like this, something that can be out there following the right accounts and being able to curate it and put it out there. So it can be like your single source for information, like very timely information. So AIXBT reporting that the market maker Wintermute, the biggest, we'll say one of the biggest, but I think it is the biggest market maker that works in a big way with Binance here, but updated that potentially Binance updated its leverage requirements, which triggered Wintermute to unwind a whole bunch of their positions, basically sell their positions to get out because they were no longer compliant. And it tanked a whole bunch of tokens. I don't want to get too into that because it's not totally AI related, but the fact that AIXBT reported on it, that I got my update from AIXBT, and because it's him, I felt that I can mostly trust it. All right, we have issues here and there with data for sure, but at least put me on the path to understanding that something big happened and that thing that happened was legit. There's a real story there. So found that pretty darn useful this morning. One of my first times using him for actual news, which is awesome. I probably need to do that more. Although that terminal access is, it costs a lot. At one point, like I think $200,000, $300,000, $400,000 worth of tokens to access the terminal. So yeah. Here's ACT, by the way, replying to whatever's going on out there. Again, it is an AI project here, but just saying that they are aware of this big old issue. They have to put together a whole response to this, both, the narrative of it, but probably some kind of way to prop up the token after such a big hit. Such a big hit. So we'll maybe get an update on that tomorrow. If not tomorrow, let's say Thursday, because tomorrow we'll have OpenServe on. But it's a pretty big story here in crypto AI. Moving on, just a couple more updates, guys. Mira announced a partnership here with GaiaNet to bring trustless verification to AI outputs across their ecosystem. And I took a look at their ecosystem. It's AI agents, it's AI content, and I think one of their core businesses is decentralized inference. So that's GaiaNet now working with Mira. You see Mira everywhere, all over this space, and working with some of the biggest, best projects out there. Mira's legit. Man, I probably need to look into their token just on a personal note there, but pretty interesting stuff. And then finally, Amazon Science reveals Nova Act. This is Amazon Nova Act. This is a new model that's going to help people build out agents, which is, you see, everything is going agents. Everything. Agents will be everywhere. We'll play just a minute of this, but this will be baked into Alexa Plus, their new upgrade coming that's going to be very, very AI powered. Including powered by Claude. So I'm not sure exactly where Nova Act fits in. Maybe you can pick different agent personalities or different agent. Yeah, maybe agents that you can actually have your Alexa take on that personality. And again, act as an agent, actually do things for you. And again, they talk about things like, bookings, all the stuff you expect from an agent.
Soon, there will be more AI agents than people browsing the web, doing tasks on our behalf. That's why we built Nova Act, an SDK designed for developers to build and deploy web agents that actually work. Look, it's not going to be too long until these agents can land spacecraft, but we're not there yet in reliability. Nova Act meets the models where they are by allowing developers to break down complex jobs into clear steps that the model can follow, giving you granular control without the babysitting.
There we go. All right, so it's a pretty big update. Steve, let me see. Eliza OS still underrated. I don't think underrated. I mean, it's being used heavily out there, but let's see how V2 goes and if that, I don't know. If you're talking token price, I'm curious about that. But yeah, I mean, they're Eliza OS and just the AI16Z kind of world is still like leaders of the pack here, so we'll see. And the token itself also, we'll see. I've been a big fan of that AI16Z token for a long, long time. And yeah, pulled back drastically like everything else. What is it actually at? 217 mil market. Remember, this got up to almost 2 bill. In fact, I think it did cross 2 billion. And I'll maybe end on this note. It's nice to wrap it up with a crypto-focused comment here. I still believe this, guys, I really do, that in the next 5 years, I'm thinking about that time frame, but I think I'm good with this. In the next 5 years, so let's say by 2030, okay, total AI market cap here is 6 bill. Remember, we had a period of time when AI16Z was 2 bill on its own. And at that point, when meme coins especially were running really, really hard, remember, we have Doge that's hit basically 100 bill. We've seen meme coins get to those kind of valuations. We've seen the kind of investments into AI companies here, right? We've seen it. I'm just putting these together and I'm trying to connect some dots and then project it out 5 years. And I still believe in the next 5 years, we're going to see an AI token hit $100 billion market cap. It's a huge number. But if we can see a meme coin hit 100 bill, and again, basically Doge was that, then I have to imagine we see like the leading AI token at a number like that, especially with something like, look, OpenAI worth 300 billion. And the valuation of these market caps for tokens is way higher than a company's worth because it's speculative. So I still believe that. And for a while, I had AI16Z circled as the one that I thought could do that. I'm not there anymore, but I'm not going to write them off. I think they have that kind of potential, as do a whole bunch of others, but that's what I see coming down the road. Let's say 5-ish years, I think we see an AI token at $100 billion market cap. So we'll see about that prediction, but I'm sticking with it. All right, guys, have a great day. I will see you back here tomorrow, same time, same place, with the guys from OpenServe. Can't wait. Come ready with your questions. Do I count Fartcoin? That's a great question. Yeah, I count Fartcoin. Even though it's a meme coin, we'll count it just because that bumps up my odds for hitting that prediction. I count Fartcoin because it's in the tracking here. I think we have to. It's AI inspired. The token could get wrecked by AI if you think about it. Like if the agent that birthed it did something that hurts the token, right? You know, like there's a scenario where AI can hurt it, so I have to count it as an AI token. Yeah, let's count Fartcoin. And okay, at that rate, I might say I can picture two AI coins at 100 billion market cap, because I think there'll be a real utility token that gets there too. But Fartcoin counts. So there we go. All right, guys. Enjoy the rest of your day. Again, 2 p.m. Eastern time right here on Crypto Slam on YouTube, the Swarm_AI over on X. Again, bring some questions. Let's hit those boys with it. Tomorrow, Open Serve live here. Guys, have a great afternoon. We'll see you.